Ooh. Hello and welcome to my third part of building the new Legend of Zelda Lego set. As you can see currently, I've built the entire base and the ruins. Got Zelda, Navi, and Link set up, and the little thing we have Ganon popping out, or Ganondorf I mean, popping out of the rubble like he does in the game. Yeah. So pretty much won't be touching this until the end, so I'm going to set it aside and bring out the manual so we can get started on building Ganon. Okay, let's get started. Open up bag number 5. The mini bag opened up and out of the way. There we go. Okay. Just gonna... Okay. Start us off by grabbing a piece with 6 dots and trying to find this little side thing. There we go. Pop that on. Just start us off. Right. Another one for the other side. And a smaller gray one in the middle. Seems we are building 2 of the same thing. Got the little upper part. The little seems to be joint movements and these little things that go beneath it. So pop those on. Nice click. There we go. Another click. How are we orienting this to put it on? Seems we're just throwing it here. See if I need to fix it later. Hopefully not. Okay. Next, one of these and 2 of these little basic green bits. Put on the side. Go. Thought it was something else for a moment because don't usually see the ones with the holes in the center. Seems I just pop this on the edge. Okay. Got these little L shapes for the next step. Pop those on. There we go. Now it's 2 of these. Well, 1 for each step. And then 2 of these brown ones. And just pop the brown one onto the lighter brown or tan or whatever the color is. There we go. And pop it on. I wonder if this will be like start of the legs or the torso. My current guess is torso just because probably going to be putting all the detail there. Yep, definitely torso. I'm guessing these are where the legs will pop in then. Okay, and another one to don't want to forget that. little thing I'm assuming is for the head to pop on. Snap it on. Okay. Now these little brown ones for the sides here. Also, in case you couldn't tell, I have some little just background music to listen to while I'm building. So I'm not just standing here or whatnot, just listening to myself. Okay, put one of those in. And two of these little tower thingies, or whatever the term you would want to call it. Pop those in on the side here. There we go. Anything else? Nope, I don't seem to be missing anything. Right, next is this dark piece. And two, the tannish ones on the side. Okay, next. Got these. No, that's the wrong thing. Two of these little green pieces. I'll flip this around, it seems. No, I don't think this is correct either. Did I forget something? Yep, this is what I'm looking for. Looked exactly the same, except they have little things to pop on to the back instead of just going on to the regular. Okay, that goes there. This is also what I was talking about in case you were wondering. Instead of it just being the little regular bottom here. Okay, same thing but with the brown piece. That just goes beneath, it seems. All right, next is the little ball thing, and this little brown rod to put in. Pop it on. There we go. I'm guessing that's why it's hollow right here, so I can just pop it through. Yay! I think this might be for the tail, now that I'm thinking about it. But we will see. Okay. Next it's this little thin black one. Pop it on. And these green pieces. And just pop it on here, it seems. As soon as I can actually get it to click. There we go. Next. Got these weird triangle pieces or quarter circle or whatever. Little regular green brick here. Another one. Yeah, it's a quarter circle. I don't think it matters how you orient it. And the other piece I thought was the other one before. pop that on, pop this on, flip this over. Seems it goes here on the side. And repeat for the other, it seems. Oh, that doesn't seem right. Probably, yeah, flip it the other way. I got it backwards. Easy fix. Don't need the little thing to pop them out, luckily. Ooh, get that straightened up. Okay. Next, putting on these two little red, whatever this shape is, I think it's an ellipse. And these tan things. Ooh, it's this thing. Okay, yep, one facing each direction. Okay, goes here. Got the second red one. Go there. This goes here. And that goes there. Okay, and now we have these little T shapes. Seems we'll pop it into the brown part here. Guessing we'll snap another piece later onto it, whether it's a limb or just for a little detail. Okay, next page. Now it's these green pieces, popping it onto the top of the red. Now it's... that doesn't seem right. Pop this on to here for the green. Oh. I guess I can just pop it in the center. I thought it'd be off, or is it off center? Let's see if I... yep. Luckily that would have been a weird build if it wasn't kept center like that. I guess with the red pits, you can put it sideways. Now, put this on. Same orientation as before. Pop it on there. Same for the opposite side. There we go. See if I can fix it a little bit so it doesn't seem crooked to me. Okay. Seems we're going to be building a bigger piece. So just set the torso aside for a moment. Get this red one out. Seems this piece will be joined together by this thing. There we go. Another one for the other side. Little, I don't know what color this is. I'm guessing it's like a burgundy or something. If I'm correct. I don't think I am in this regard. Now we have these little quarter circles to go underneath. Oh, goes under there. And these little half arrow pieces to go. Nope. I'm skipping a step, it seems. Like smaller quarter circle to go here. One on the other side. Makes this little slope piece to go backwards. It's like click in. There we go. Nice click. And pop the arrow pieces on. There we go. Now torso back, and seems we just pop it on here. Next page. Take a sip of water. Okay. Next it's these things. Got two of them. Pop it on here, it seems. Dropped it. There we go. Ooh. Seems we're going to be detailing with part of his... I'm just going to say tunic, but I don't think that's correct. Okay. This piece. I think this might have been a little off-center when they printed it, but oh well. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Okay, now these little triangle things to go above it. There we go. And pop it on here, it seems. I guess that's more of his loincloth thing. Next, two little half circles. Brown one goes here. Gray one goes here. Okay. Two of these little arrow things on each side. Yep. And two, these little quarter circles. Pop the quarter circle on here. And make sure the arrow thing is facing inwards. Now the the other side. There we go. Yay. Next, little dot things. Little transparent yellow one going in the center. And these two gold ones going on the side. Assuming there's not different colors for these. Nope. Seem to be all the same. Guessing the other one is just an extra in case we lose some. No. Go. Flip around. These little things with hooks. Something to snap on later. Now these regular brown rectangles. One there. One there. One in the center. Next page. It's a long red piece. And two of these little things. One goes here. Other goes there. Next, got these little smooth rounded slope things and some quarter circles. Okay. Black slope things go here. And this goes there. Next, got the little long slopes. Still wondering if any of these pieces have any technical terms to call them by. But I guess I'll never know. Don't care that much to figure it out. And we are done with bag 5. Set this aside and put away all my extra pieces in my Ziploc bag. So I'm gonna get the cape out. It's like, had this little thing from when we did Ganondorf's cape. I'm gonna assume it pops on here later in the build. Set that aside for now. Close this up. Okay. Bag 6. And it seems we are building a leg. Next. A little bag. And I'm guessing by the little colored pieces in this, we might be building the tail as well. Okay, we start off with one of these. And this piece. Pop it in the corner there. Another one on the opposite side, it seems. Next. One of these with the things on the side for something to snap on. It seems the other is just a regular green rectangle. As soon as I can find it. Here it is. It's hiding in plain sight. Set the body aside for now. Next page. Yes, next page. Yep. Next is this thing. Seems like snap. Nope, same problem as before. Seems there is one that snaps on the underside. No. Here it is. There we go. Now this thing to snap here, it seems. Okay, next. Got one of these. And the little red bit to slide into it. There we go. Pop it on here. Next. Two of these green pieces. And one of these go here. It's a regular green dot. Goes here. This goes on the other side. Now, here it is. Same thing goes right here. Got more of these little side things. Now a little green to go here. And another one of these. Pop on the side. That's covering the little red thing, so help lock it in place, I guess. Now it seems we help lock these pieces together. Pop that on. Another goes here. Okay, next. Two of these guys. One goes here, it seems. And the other goes the opposite. There we go. Sure, I'm not missing anything else, but I think I'm fine. I'm gonna press these together. Next page. Okay, seems we're doing some little detail. No. Need one facing the opposite direction. Here we are. Regular brick. And one of the patterns. And another arrow piece, but I think I need one facing the opposite way. No. No. It's over here on the other side. There we go. Okay. That goes there. Goes here. This goes there. And pop it on here. Next, green rectangle, another quarter circle thing. And a slope I seem to be forgetting. There it is. Pop it on. Pop that on. Other way. And there we go. Next, seems we are building a foot. Got some water real quick. Okay. Got that piece. Ooh. Ah. There we go. Okay. Got this little rectangle with the center hole. Little small rectangle. Pop in front. This little capped round piece to pop on that. Now we have the basics of a foot, and now we have this patterned one, it seems, to pop on here. Next, what am I? One of these blue pieces with the round and then plus shape. And one of these guys, probably to pop into the ankle or whatever I built earlier. And that pops in there. And this pop in here, it seems. And now we have this little thing to go on top, apparently. Interesting. I'm guessing so you just don't see the little... Here, I have another one. The little skinny bit. That way it looks like it's actually a limb, or as close as we can mimic it. And, yep. Oop. Popping it on. Trying to see if the orientation matters. Ooh. You always like that click sound. Ooh. Seems that's it for the leg, and just gonna pop it onto the body. Seems this was the right leg. Makes more sense. Probably want to have more of the green on the outside. Ooh, nice click. See if I can get an estimate for how tall it will be. Yeah. Good height so far. Other side, or the other leg. Where's the piece I'm looking for? There we go. I think it's going to be a lot of the same, just flipped in reverse. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Green brick. And the one that pops on the other side again. Next page. That goes there. I will say this definitely seems to go, the building of this seems to go faster than when we built the castle in ruins. Okay. That goes there. What am I missing? Goes here. Come on. There we go. Now this. Next, one of these, one of those, and another quarter circle. It on. There we go. Next, 2 of these things. Flip this around. Next, one of these to go here. Little green dot to go here. Green dot for here. And this for the side. Green oval things to go on top of that. Here. Next page. Two of these. Another one. More of these little detail things. Okay. Little triangle piece thing. And another arrow. Make sure it's facing the right way. Yes, that seems to be it. Okay. Pop it on here. It doesn't sound like Zelda song I've heard of. It is the opening song or something from Skyward Sword. I'll just flip to this part. The title music. That's for that. And now for the foot. Goes here. No. Go there. That goes there. Another. There's the green thing. Pop it in. Now this rubbery circle to, I don't know if it's supposed to be like an anklet or just make it look thicker. Got our other foot in. Pop it onto the leg. Ooh, I love that sound. Pop it on. Look at what we got so far. Next seems we got little things to go here on the side. Let's Straighten that up a little bit. Okay. Next. I'm gonna be making 2 of these. So 1 for the first, 1 for the second. First one, pop it on here. As soon as the fingers decide to cooperate. Other one goes there. Make sure it's oriented the correct way. Yes. Now these things with hooks on the end. One on each side. There we go. And 2 of these arrows. There we go. This little circle thing to go on the back. Keep everything probably locked in place a little better. And also probably so it doesn't scrape as much on the back side for when it's popped in here. Other one. There we go. Okay. Next page. Yep, the tail. Set that aside for the moment. Got this here, a little green rectangle in the center. And 2 of these. Another green one to go on top. Now these little transparent things to go on that. Ooh. Not going on the little notches or whatever you call them. Goes in the middle of these things. No. Come on. Ooh, nice click. Now for the other. Come on. I'm gonna destroy my finger just trying to get this in. There we go. Not being difficult. Ooh. It's always a satisfying click. Next. Goes here. Little underpiece for the other side. Here's what I'm looking for. Little gray thing to go there. Next. Little quarter circles. Goes here. Now pop that there, and the other one. There we go. Pop it into this. Ooh, nice click. Okay. Got this. Got one of these shiny blues to go underneath it. Then another to go on top. And now we got these green slopes to go on top of that. Okay. And pop that onto the tail. Next page. Same as before, except with pink and purple, it seems. There we go. Anything else? Nope. Just pop that in like the first. Still love the clicking sound. Okay, now we got this little end bit. Little thing in the little round part. Pop this cone looking piece onto here. And one of these purples on top of that. Pop it onto the end of the tail. Tail is complete. Pop that onto the body. Ooh, this little side thing fell off again. Okay, let's get that tail on. Progress so far. Really liking how this is looking at the moment. Put that down and put away all of our extra bits because we are done with this bag. Got 2 more bags left. I assume this is mostly going to be the arms for bag 7. The other one's probably going to be the head and weapons. Come on. Get up. Ooh. Just a moment. One of the pieces fell on the floor. There we go. Oh, goody. There's a little bag inside the bag. Get these out from underneath the book. Okay, just set aside the body. Next, got this and a regular black rectangle to go on the side as soon as I can find it. Or something happened to the ink here when they were printing. Okay. Next, one of these slopes. Nothing wants to click into place. There we go. Now this arrow piece. Next, seal yellow rod. This black elbow piece. And these white rectangles with little slots to slide the piece in. And put that on the back. Okay. Next, one of these 3-dot pieces for the rectangle. Make sure I do the little mini build first before I pop it on. Little slope. And where is it? One of these. Okay. Pop it on here, it seems. Doesn't seem very stable. So only connected by the one thing, but moving on. Okay, next. No, need one facing the opposite. Here we are. One of these. Yes. That goes here. This strange piece to go on top of that. And a little tan part to go on that, and one of these back pieces to go here. Pop that on. Seems it goes on the little back edge of that. Now, one of these to go on the back of the whites. Next page. Okay. Little arrow piece. Click on here. And one of these for here. Next, one of these slopes and a regular rectangle. This goes here, it seems. Next. Seems this goes here. Another one of these arrow pieces. Make sure it's facing the correct way. There we go. Another little arrowish piece. Yep. Correct thing. And another quarter circle. Okay. This goes here. Next, one of these with two holes. Seems we're putting this little piece in. We have stuff that looks like claws or talons, or that is not what we were putting on. We are putting on this green dot. Pop that on. Now we are putting that little claw in. That goes here, the little hook, and this little claw piece thing goes on top. Pop that in. Next, where is it? This piece goes here. Okay. Next page. Little long piece going through two of these. Go. Now this goes here. And green piece goes on the back of that. Next, one of these tan overhanging pieces goes here. Now a gray one. this and one of these little detailed bricks. It's facing the correct way. And there is it. This little L piece. And pop that on. This thing twisted. There we go. Next, little green one. Pop this rectangle. And another one of these. Sure I built that correct. Yep. Wrong one. How am I orienting these things? There we go. Next, another green. There we go. This goes here. Another little hook. Pop in place. There we go. Next we have this pointy bit. Where is it oriented? Seems it's away from the little detailed thing. Okay. And another one of these hook things. Facing the same way as the previous one. Popped in place. There we go. Next, one of these. The little oval thing to go on that. Okay. Seems we're making a little hiding it from view. There we go. Do not want to pop in place for a moment. Next page. Another one of these oval pieces to go on that. Okay. Anything else I'm missing? Little hook piece and little claw looking thing. And we are popping that onto here, it seems. I'm guessing that thing's going to be for holding the weapon. Unless I am completely mistaken, but we will see. Now it seems I'm putting on 3 of these claw things. Let's get the little talons. And we are using this strange piece. I think these are supposed to be fingers then. But I do not know for sure. Okay. Maybe I am mistaken. Where am I putting these things? Oh. There's literally one for each one. And once again, I did not orient these talons right. Come on. Talons are more rubbery, so hopefully they won't be too hard to get out. Come on. Okay. One goes there. Another goes here. And one goes here. Kind of center that. Guessing this is supposed to be the thumb then. Now it seems we pop it on. Hopefully this is the correct orientation. It's like comparing it to my hand, I would assume it would be. Get the body. And pop that arm on. Oh, I can twist it. Did not think of that, but that makes more sense. Okay, set this aside and get started on the other arm. And like before, more of the same but in reverse. Pop that on and get some water real quick. Ah, there we go. Next. It'd also be easier to just breeze through if it's more of the same. elbow piece again. Is it just me, or are they playing Zora's Domain a lot on this playlist? Probably because it's in so many different games. Okay. Go here. Go there. Go there. Okay. I'll arrow piece again. And that goes on the underside. And the joint. Come on. Little dot again. And it goes backwards. Pop it on. Go. Next page goes on the back. Here we are. Goes here. Goes there. Another arrowish piece. That goes there. Quarter circle. Pop that on. Assuming I have the correct orientation. There we go. Ooh. Okay, everything in place. Next, little thing for the hand or thumb again. Pop in there. There we go. Little green cap piece thing. Okay. And more hooks for the talons. There we go. Twist that a little bit. And pop it on. Okay. Under piece. Next page. Ooh. Not see that comment. Yes, I am liking the scent. Been enjoying it so far. I do admit I thought the base for this would be a little bit bigger. But yes, I am enjoying it. But at least now I know it won't take up a crazy amount of room. Okay. Lost my page, I think. No. I'm just stupid. I think I was confused because this little thing looked yellow, and I'm like, there are no yellow pieces in this bag. Okay, that goes there. Goes on the other side. Anything else I'm missing? Nope. It's more of the same. Wrong way. There we go. Where's that gray one? There it is. Where the detailed go. There's charm making the L shape is facing in the correct way. Next. I feel like I'm always getting this thing turned around. There we go. Okay. This little I hope I didn't lose a piece. Hold on. So I need these. I know I dropped that one piece earlier. It's like I think it was only the one, but I have to check underneath the couch I'm on. Yep. I do not see it. Either I somehow lost it earlier. Luckily, we have all these extra pieces, and it's just a basic one. Get that green piece out. Looks like that could have been bad. Be interesting if I find the supposed piece later. Okay. Goes there. This goes on top. Yeah, like I will say, as much as I like building Lego, it starts to hurt your fingers after a while. Come on, snap in there. There we go. Okay. Dang it. Need another green piece. That's not good. Not good at all. Crap. Make sure that's exactly what I need. Oh, no. Ooh, I was worried for a second. Hold on. Okay. Now I think I realize the problem. No. Yep. Right here on the previous arm, I used a little thing with a dot and a little hook. I thought these were two individual pieces when it is, in fact, a single piece. So I did not lose one or not get misplaced. I just used the wrong pieces, which happened to fit in. So, I will keep building the arm I was on and then fix the other one later. Luckily, it doesn't seem to matter, and I don't think I will need that piece. Where was I? No. Here we are. Now with the correct piece on, I think you can understand why that is disorienting. Okay. Okay, never mind. I will have to fix that sooner, because I need that individual piece. Ooh, that's annoying. Okay, it's like, figure out what part this is on for that piece I need. It's like this was here, thumb is on the other side. This goes here. Okay. Now I see. Just go back to the previous pages. Okay. Okay, so working backwards. Have the 3 claws. I don't think I have to touch that. This piece. Connected to these 2 claws. Okay. I found what needs to be replaced. I need to get that little thing out. First time I'm using this brick remover for this set. It's not really good for these individuals. See if I can get my fingernail in there. There we go. Okay. That goes there. This little thing goes back. Supposed to be pop that off that. Okay. Strange working backwards. Okay. Goes there. These go here. These pop on there. There we go. I think this might finally be it. Pop these on. This goes back on there. Finally got this piece back with the little individual. this goes back on here. Don't think I'm missing anything else. Nope, fingers are still there. I think that solved everything. Just pop this back on. Moment. There we go. Ooh. Had me panicking for a moment. Go back to where we were. Okay. Bring this back. Add that individual piece. And I need the individual clothing. Voila. Ooh, that was a little stressful. Okay. Now this goes here. Guess that shows the importance to make sure the correct pieces are there. Make sure you are putting the correct ones on. Okay. That goes here. That doesn't seem right. Pretty sure we want the gray. Covered up. Is that the same on the other one? As it was. Because it's not going to be 100% covered. Okay. Got this on. Yes, pop that on there. Now it's the 3 little talons again. So 1, a 2, and a 3. Okay. Nice click. Yep, almost done. Mostly just going to be popping these on. Then it seems I just have the head and his swords. Okay. Now for the little clothing on the back. Pop that into the elbow piece. And pop it on to the body. Ooh. We'll say this little thing is annoying me. What is my favorite Zelda? While I do like Ocarina of Time, I don't think it would be that. Mine is probably either currently switching between the two. It's either Majora's Mask or A Link Between Worlds. Here's what we got so far. Yes, I am liking how Ganon is looking. Put that down. Hopefully he also clicks on the base of the set easily. Put away all these extra pieces, including the extra piece that I didn't need, but was already there. Yes, definitely like A Link Between Worlds. Like, I think it's just the fun mechanic of going like in 3D and 2D. Next, a bag. And while I will say like a lot of the same things are in Majora's Mask and Ocarina with all the same character models, I think they make you like interact with a lot of the side characters more. What about you? What's your favorite? Let's get the cape on, it seems. Don't think there's a difference between which side goes up. But I will follow what the picture shows and have this longish piece be on the right side. So get in the hole. There we go. Have these little brown pieces to pop on top. Make sure the thing doesn't get loose. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed Twilight, but I think that was more, I think the atmosphere, and I just really liked Midna. I will say, like, kind of made a lot of the character models ugly unless it was a main character. I recently played Minish Cap a few months ago. It was like interesting trying it on the little emulator on the Nintendo Switch. Set that aside for the moment and get started on the head. Got this piece. This little black-sided double piece goes underneath. Making sure that orange piece it shows isn't transparent, but it seems we only have the one. Multi-sided piece now on top of that. Two red pieces on the side. Yeah, it's like never played it on the original Game Boy. On that, I was mostly playing Pokemon Ruby. Okay. Along this red one now. And what looks to be the eyes. Okay. Hook goes on the back. Come on. Ew. Next, little black piece and a brown dot thing to go underneath, it seems. Ow. Yep, it's definitely hurting my fingers after like nearly 2 hours of this. Okay. Pop that on. And pop wire onto this. A little confused on how they orient these things in the picture. Assume this just goes in the little back dot here. Yep, seems right. Any thoughts on the supposed Ocarina of Time redo or remake that they're making? Think it'll be the same game with just newer graphics, or think they'll add any features? Quarter circle, where is it? There we go. Don't think there's much difference, but I guess it's whichever one faces that way. Okay. Guessing I'll have something to... Not sure how this is supposed to be facing. Okay. Make a bundle. I can see some logic in that, but I think they would just want to focus on the one. Because then again, they would still have to remake Termina and all that. As for the game, I think I wouldn't mind like a few extra side... Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a few extra side things you can possibly do. Don't let it take away from the main story. Okay. What we got for the face so far? else I'm missing? Nope. On to the next piece. Got his little pig snout. Seems they gave us 2. In case you lose one. Don't know why it's a brighter green, but oh well. Like did I miss something? Just a sec. I think I might have this upside down. Yep. It's definitely supposed to be facing the other way. Luckily, this is all just connected to here instead of to the little base you have. Okay. Well, that would definitely make it more sturdy if I'm actually connected to these red bits. And I don't think I am. Yeah, I think for me it was just, I didn't see this is supposed to be, I think, above. I'm like, take one more look. Because I think I made the same mistake again. No. Okay. It's like, why am I making this mistake? I'm like, yep. There we go. 3rd time's the charm. One more look around to make sure I don't have to do this again. Yeah, I think it's good this time. Next, got these little hook things again. Okay. Triangular or weird L shapes. Pop it on the side. Okay. Anything else? Nope. I think that's it. Names we're doing the horns. Here are these little gold tubes. What country I am from? I am from the US of A. Trying to figure out if I have some accent or something. These little gold button things. And these little black pieces to slide into it. Ooh, do not want that falling off. This is not the thing I meant to grab. Greetings from Germany. Guten Tag or Gute Nacht or whatever time it is. Okay. Another one of these golds. Where in Germany you from? Yeah, third language. Yeah, I took a German in high school myself, but definitely not something I've practiced anytime recently, with how long ago high school was. I think I just popped this on. Munich. Like, don't think I quite remember where on the map that is. There. Here. Oktoberfest. Yeah, it's like whenever they showed us the Oktoberfest festival in class, I'm like, even though I don't drink, that'd be interesting to like just see and go to if I was ever in Germany. Gold cap. What am I missing? Ah, here it is, the whole gold claw thing. There we go. Pop that on. Looks correct to me. Get these more closely pressed in. Yeah. It's like, I think if I did a Europe trip, like something I'd want to do, but gone on too many other vacations recently. So I need to save up that money. Flip the page. This goes here. Little hook thing. Back arrows. No, that's not what I want. Here we are. Here we go. else I'm missing? Nope. Next step. Arrow thing on the back. Okay. More of these orange dot things, or half ovals or ellipses or whatever they are. Okay, anything else? Seems we are making these little head braid looking things. Okay. Pop that on. Pop it on for the second one. Norway. Yeah, it's like my last trip, I went to Japan because I wanted to see mostly the little cherry blossom trees and go to Universal for the opening of the Donkey Kong area. Orange dots. One goes here. Almost there. Let's pop this on the head. Yes, was a little nerve-wracking, but a lot of their stuff has English signs unless you're going into like a restaurant. Yeah. One more of these little head tail things. Go there. Goes here. Get some water. And more of these little orange things. Okay. I think that's it. Yep. Pop it on. Flip the head. Can't tell if that's black or brown. I think it's brown, especially since I don't have any black pieces, it seems. this on here, it seems. And pop this on there. Come on. Yeah. Well, it's good that you can at least understand the people. It's like, you're just halfway there. Okay. We are done with the head. Pop that on. Oh, straightened up. Yay. Okay. Just a second. Yeah, definitely thought it was looking better than when I originally saw the pictures. Like, what was gonna make or break the set for me was how Ganon looked. Okay, let's get these swords. Luckily, it's just the same thing, so I can build them simultaneously. Let's pop this in. Pop it in. Oh, gold rod going in the side. Yeah, I will say when they did that little Lego animation, like, well, they didn't show Ganon at first. I was just really hoping he looked nice. Like, okay. Little thing goes in here. It's in there. Next. One there. One there. Specific accent for each state. I don't really know how accents would work in Germany, but yes, there are, I think, accents from time to time. It's like, although I think a lot of the time it's just really embellished and fiction, but I'm sure if you go to a certain place, it's a lot more noticeable. How, like, say someone might talk in New York or maybe Texas. Oh, it's not right. There we go. Pop these in. Guessing this is going to be the cross guard. Okay. Little talon goes on the bottom, seems. Make 4 of those. Ooh, I definitely say my fingers are starting to hurt. Just power through. It's almost done. I think it's mostly these little small pieces trying to snap them in is the problem. Yeah, I think that's just a probably a thing with any country you'll go to. Like, everyone's got some accent. Okay. Snap these on. That's not good. There we go. Okay. Seems we are just sliding this on. And now, the big blade. Definitely make sure that little thing on the injection mold faces inside for each blade. So I might flip that part around. You know, like... Ooh. Yeah. No. There we go. Yeah, it's like probably all the non-gold parts are going to be covered for when I put it in the hand. Now to pop them in there. Open up the fingers. Put them down for a moment so I can focus on the arm. close the hand so you can't see the little blue thing. Other arm. And there we go. Now it seems I just pop him on. Ooh. Anything else? Nope. Pop him on the set, it seems. So close that. Let you look at Ganon for a little moment. And get rid of my extra pieces and put them away real quick before I do the final thing. But first, small change. Turn that off. A little final battle music. Ooh. Dang it. Accidentally snapped a piece off. Hold on. Technical difficulties. There we go. Get in there. Come on. Ooh. If I can just get that foot to click in its proper place. Nope. Why are you being so unresponsive, Ganon? This little... his arm out of the way. Come on. Oh. That's probably why it's not clicking in. It's round there. Doesn't have the same... He doesn't get to be free. He has to stand there for all eternity. Let's get the tail out. And we are done. But I'm going to just Stay sec. Slide my phone out. Let's look at it from above. Okay. Let's turn it around. See the back. See the little Megaton hammer there. Got all the debris. Zelda. Link with his Master Sword. And something interesting. Just move this out of the side. Move Zelda's little thing. In case you didn't see this, Ganondorf pops out of the debris here. Sorry, switch hands. Just like he does in the game. Let's pop him back in. And another feature, in case you didn't see, just like in the game, when you break the debris, you got your little pieces of heart to heal you. Yeah. Okay. So that is it for the build. Hope you enjoyed it. So I think I'll be ending there. This will eventually go on YouTube. So goodbye and Auf Wiedersehen.